But all right, so we're gonna do all 6 or all 8 picks that the Lions have. We are not doing any trades. One, because I didn't want to pay for the subscription, and 2, because trades kind of annoy me because it's so hard to predict what will actually happen, and I just don't want to like do a mock draft where we're going to take trades that may not even happen, and then we come up with a result that's even more fabricated than what we're about to do.
Not doing trades.
Also, I am fully aware that we are basically just saturating the market with more mock drafts, and I think a lot of people are sick of them.
Fine, because it's our first one, so we're gonna have more fun. We're gonna change it up. We're not doing 100. We're just doing one. This is all you get.
Yeah,
this is all you get, and then you get me in Vegas next Tuesday night,
and then we're only going to take it like semi-serious because we don't know what the Lions will actually do.
Yeah, we're gonna scoot through it. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna figure out. We're gonna do it the way in which we think the Lions will do it.
Yep. All right, so let's kick things off.
Let's roll.
So let's go start draft. All right, so Aiden Hutchinson goes first. Who wants to lead off with who they think the Lions are going to pick? Scott, just go ahead and get yours out the way.
Oh, sorry. Another thing. We are for this mock, we are not going with who we personally want. We are putting ourselves in the shoes of the general manager of the Lions. So this isn't maybe that goes without saying, but
we're going to try to
my picks would be different.
Yes.
But we're going to go around the horn, talk about who we want, and then talk about who we think they're going to take. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So how about you lead us off?
All right. Obviously, Scotty Question is going to go with Malik Willis. He is the ultimate leader of this draft class here. He is, in my opinion, the person we need to steer the ship on the field. We need a leader. He can sit a year behind Jared Goff or a half year. He probably won't even sit the whole year, but we'll see. Regardless, in my opinion, if we take Malik Willis here, it will lock us up, hopefully, as long as he performs the way in which I think he will. But I'm not an expert. I'm just saying that if Malik Willis comes on board, Jared Goff, whether or not Jared Goff shows out. Maybe Jared Goff shows out and he plays great.
Sure.
Fine. We can trade him for more.
Absolutely.
Great. Adds the value. And he can play behind and learn everything behind Jared Goff for the entire season. And if he doesn't, then we have Malik that we can put in and we can hopefully win some games with. I think that he will be able to scramble and make things happen outside of the pocket. Now, I do think Kenny Pickett is the other guy. I think we probably end up taking him at 32, but I think Kenny Pickett is the guy in which I hear he can right now be your starter.
Sure.
Based on his grades, it's a 91 and a 92 for offensive for passing. And Malik's passing grade is a 77. I mean, obviously he needs to be refined, but I think the intangible of Malik Willis is his leadership. I think that is something that the Lions need for the future, and we need to do this now. We're not guaranteed a quarterback next year at all. We're not. We hopefully we won't be in the top 5 next year.
All right, Gian, the floor is yours. Who do you think the Lions should take?
I'm going to start with a little history lesson.
Let's go.
The 2021 Lions finished 28th out of 32 against the run, allowing an average 135.1 rushing yards per game. 5 different times that year, the Lions allowed more than 184 rushing yards in a game. We only had 30 sacks on the year, which was the 3rd fewest in the league behind Atlanta and Philadelphia. We only had 4.5 sacks generated by nose tackles and defensive ends combined. Opponents of the Detroit Lions faced a 3rd or 4th down and 1, so 3rd or 4th and 1 against the Lions defense 27 times this season, and they converted 22 of them. That's an 81.5% conversion rate, which was the 2nd highest in the NFL behind only Cleveland. Detroit's defense generated 28 negative rushes all year, which was tied for the 5th fewest in the NFL. This defense had a -4 turnover differential on the entire season. This is a defense that gave up 40-plus points in 3 games, 34-plus points in 6 games, and gave up a staggering 101 points in their final 3 games. If you can read all that and honestly tell me the best thing for this Lions going into the 2022 season is to use their 2nd overall pick on anything other than defense, I just don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Personally,
I was waiting for you to cite your source because
that was all those stats came from Tim Twentyman at Detroit Lions Statman. I personally, I kind of would like to see Trayvon Walker be the pick. I think as avid fans of the show, recall our interview. I think Eric Schlitt made an incredible argument. As he's not so much an edge as he is a interior DT who's just a freak athlete that can occasionally move on the edge for versatility. I encourage everyone to go rewatch that interview. There's Miko had a really nice clip of it that really is the meat of his argument. Go like that video on YouTube. So I think he will ease pressure on Aleem McNeil and Levi Onwuzurike, and I think they will have much more room to develop and grow. Pressure's off with this absolute just monster on the inside, and then if we bump him on the outside to throw defenses off, it's versatility. It's disguising your scheme. It's disguising what you're going to do. Throws the offense off. That said, I think my final pick is going to be Kayvon Thibodeau, because with all that love for Trayvon Walker, and I think it really boils down to Romeo Okwara's recovery. I think because one of our edge rushers just ruptured his Achilles. And if we're concerned about Okudah's recovery, and it's just a beast of an injury to have, especially for a position that requires so much explosion, so much explosive power. If he loses a step, if he's lost the step, which would be pretty devastating, I think you need to have his replacement. So as much as I would like to see Trayvon Walker, I think because of Romeo's Achilles injury, I think the Lions, if I'm the GM, I'm taking Thibodeau.
Okay. All right. So that leaves me with my selection. And John, you pretty much teed that up well for me, because my pick would be Kayvon Thibodeau. If it were up to me, it would be Kayvon Thibodeau, because I believe Kayvon has the entire skill set necessary to pretty much give the Lions what they need. They need speed off the edge. They need a guy who can get to the quarterback. He does that in spades. I believe he has more pass rush moves than he's been given credit for. I believe that he also has a higher IQ than he's been given credit for. So even if he is maybe lacking a move or two, I believe he has the type of understanding of his game and what he needs to be able to get better at, to be put in position to where he'll go into off seasons and literally try to add to his toolbox of pass rush moves and become a more efficient pass rusher. I feel like some people have also pointed out that he's maybe not a great defender against the run. I believe that's being overblown. I don't think he's maybe as good as maybe Trayvon Walker is, and he may not be as good as Aiden Hutchinson is. But if I remember correctly, Kayvon Thibodeau is still a quality run defender. Watching some of his, not his highlights, but actual game tape of seeing him against some competition, he does a really good job of getting in the backfield, getting TFLs, tackles for loss. So I don't really have a ton of concern there. And again, the other thing that I would just kind of lean me more so towards Kayvon is the fact that I do think he just has the highest ceiling of all of these guys. I think he has a higher ceiling than Trayvon Walker. I think he has a higher ceiling than Aiden Hutchinson. I believe he does have a higher ceiling than Jermaine Johnson. Just because this is a guy he's been the number one player since high school, and he's produced at every step along the way. So there's nothing that I've seen that would make me believe that he'll get into the pros and all of a sudden not want to develop any further and not want to be better. That there will be a lot of incentive to prove, if for no other reason, why he should have been the first overall pick. So for that reason, that is why my pick would be Kayvon Thibodeau. But with all that said, it's not about what we want to do. It's what we believe the Lions would do in this situation. So in this situation, Aiden Hutchinson is off the board, which is another person that, you know, based off of mocks, we're hearing that Trayvon Walker could possibly go first. I would at least say, like, if Trayvon Walker does go first, I kind of do feel like Aiden Hutchinson would be the pick. And I don't really have like a real good reason why, other than like so many people keep saying it that I just feel like it has to be true at this point.
Well, I think the reasons that I keep hearing are why is Michigan boy, butts in seats, Campbell guy, just all of the above. He checks the boxes. You can count on it, right? I think that's an easy pick.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those, it's a safe pick.
I think that's what it is. It's the safest pick.
It's a safe pick. And I think that's where we're really going to see this year in the draft. Are they going to be safe, or are they going to take a chance?
Yeah.
So anyway, having said that, so what are we going to do here? So let's say we're on the clock here, and the Lions with the number 2 pick. You're on the clock.
I'm sticking with my pick. I'm going
Kayvon.
I think the Lions will pick Kayvon Thibodeaux.
Okay,
right.
John.
Yeah, as much as I would like.
You've been saying Walker this entire time, and
but this isn't what I want. This is what I think the Lions will do, and maybe they have insight. Like I said, maybe they have insight into Romeo's Achilles that I don't. But I think Thibodeau.
I really don't think they'll take him. I think they take Walker over. I think they take Walker. I think they take Walker or who's the other one? So many names.
Nick Bonito?
No. No.
Kyle Hamilton?
No. Jones?
Johnson?
Jermaine Johnson?
I don't know. I just don't know what they're going to do. I think they're going to go with Walker Willis. In my opinion, I think that's what they do. So how are we deciding? So is it 2 versus 1? What's the veto call here? How are we doing this?
I mean, yeah, you get 1 veto. So if you want to use it here.
But but does he veto, since we're in consensus, does he veto Kayvon, or does he veto you or me?
No, he's vetoing Kayvon.
Okay.
So we have to pick somebody else.
We would have to pick somebody else.
I just don't think they take Kayvon, but they should. Okay. Gosh. I'm on the clock.
You are on the clock.
I'm on the clock.
Yeah, it's on you.
Exactly.
Boy. I didn't say I was using my veto.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, we're trying to get an answer out of you.
Yeah, but that's what I would. That's what I would do. I would take Willis, but
yeah, but it's not about you.
I know
what you think the Lions will do.
All right, so I think I know what I think. Okay, that's fine. So if we go, Walker or Thibodeau, I'm fine with either. I think they pick Walker, but I'm okay by taking Thibodeau. That's fine. I mean, depending on who go. Okay, this just depends on, and why I'm okay with not using my veto. And this is my reasoning, is because I would be taking then Pickett at our next pick.
Oh,
if he stays, I would use my veto there to. I mean, I
force us to try to pick.
Yeah, that's where I'm going here. So that's my thought process.
So we're going Kayvon.
That's fine. We'll go Kayvon.
All right.
Okay.
So
consensus.
Pro pick. The Detroit Lions select Kayvon.
Oh, Panthers got Malik.